me, it went into that place of, one, this does not have the power to take me away from my spirit. And no action by any individual has the power to take any of us away from that spiritual core that we have, that beautiful place within us where we are connected to everyone. And no matter what, love always wins. Dear, amazing, beautiful, wonderful Creator, we thank you for this day. We thank you for our lives. We thank you for all the gifts you give to us in each and every moment and with each and every breath. We thank you for the opportunity to gather again in community, here, in this place, in this time. We thank you for the joys of our lives, and we also thank you for those times when our hearts are heavy, because it's those times that we know that you are with us most. We know that when we turn our faces to you filled with tears and ask why, sometimes the answer is just a gentle, because that was how it was meant to be. And there are lessons to be learned. And know that I weep with you. We thank you for all of those who were the first responders and who are first responders everywhere, who are willing to rush into the darkness in order to save others, and who must be there to be the first ones to hold that space of shock and disbelief. We thank you for authentic emotions. We thank you for the ability to have anger, because we know that anger is the fire that conviction is tempered in. We know that it is all appropriate, whatever we feel, and we know that you are with us. We know as you walk through these stages and the levels of acceptance that you are there to hold our hand the whole time, and that you will see us through to acceptance. We thank you for the good that is in life and the good that is in each and every one of us. We thank you for the opportunity to witness shadows so that we know we don't have to choose it. We also thank you for our ability to love even in the face of pain, because you taught us what that love means, and you teach us every single day. We thank you for every opportunity to turn shadow into light. And we pray for all those involved. And we hope that our love can be felt by them, because we know that that love is your love. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to help, the opportunity to take action, the opportunity to create a legacy, not of what is the worst in humanity, but what is the best. And you give us that chance each and every time there is hard times. We thank you for walking with us. We thank you for teaching us. And we thank you for loving us no matter what, and for being with us. And Creator, we hope you have a wonderful day, because we know that you have a pretty tough job, and none of us want it. And we love you for having it, and for knowing each and every one of us. For all your creation to the next 7 generations and far beyond that. Aho matako yasin, ago, 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 by earth, sea, and sky, blessed be. Amen.
Amen.
We have something that occurred last week that is the most incredible thing, and that's a baby.
Yay!
And Emma Elizabeth was born, and this is Donna's granddaughter. And don't you feel that that's part of what Ayleen was talking about? we are letting go and we're also receiving. That difference and that flow of who we are. And we are passing around a little baby card, so that you can be able to say hello to her, Emma Elizabeth. And she sent pictures of this beautiful little girl. She was 6.5 pounds.
Yeah, almost 7, 6 pounds, 15 ounces,
Yeah.
23/4 inches, and she just had her checked up this morning at the hospital. She's doing great. Mom's milk is in. She's nursing fabulously, and she's just thriving.
Fantastic. I mean, that's absolutely the best thing that you can possibly have when you have a little one and all that. I don't know if any of you in here are grandmothers, but I thought having a baby was fun, but wait till you have a grandchild.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is just absolutely amazing, and everything about it feels really, really positive and really, really good. Well, other announcements, things that are coming up. I'm going to be speaking on Tuesday over at the UCM office on Winchester. What's that address, Carpy?
It's in your.
It's in our program. We've got it in here. Oh, that is fun.
Suite
It's at
115.
1361 South Winchester Boulevard, Suite 115 in San Jose. And I'm going to be talking about totem animals, getting in touch with spirit animals. And what I do is we talk about it, we do meditation, we get that energy, and then I have you dance with them. And so it's kind of fun. I had one person danced with a, and I said, what do you have in there? And he said, I have a black widow. And I said, wow. And he said, she's beautiful. And another person said, I'm dancing with my giraffe. And so it's, you never know. What speaks, the animal that speaks to you is quite often representative of who you truly are. What it is that you do, what it is that you are, and in your essence. And we have 9 various spirit animals that we have in our lifetime, and so we're going to get in touch with a few of them. It's a class that's being offered by the Universal Church of the Master at a $10 fee that goes to them, and it's also part of their ongoing program that you get to earn a certification in spirituality through this. And so we'd love to see you there. And a little bit of a different type of class, but it's fun. We might have barking and mewing and chirping and grumbling and grunting and all sorts of different things.
My kind of class.
Yeah, there you go. So love to have you there. Who else has an announcement? Now, we're putting together, and have we decided exactly when we're going to be doing this? Could you stand up and tell everybody what we're going to be doing, spur of the moment here?
Yes, we're going to be having a vigil here tomorrow night at 7:30. Please put, on Facebook, wherever you can get the word out for Pulse, for the event that happened in Orlando. And we're asking you to bring your energy, because when we are confronted with this kind of grief, we need to acknowledge and express, but we also need to be able to do an action step. And the action step is about coming together and, in a powerful group way, sending healing energy to all parts of this event. And it also empowers us, because we're not grieving alone. We're not dwelling in our own helplessness or fear or anger. It gives us a chance to express, acknowledge, and come together and transform that energy. And it won't be very long, but we want to do it quickly, because we want, before people's week gets underway, for them to be able to have this time. Now, ironically, the parents of murdered children meet here in the library. So since this is the murder of, 50 people at this point?
Somebody's children, yes.
So, and this is a group that supports survivors of murdered loved ones. I facilitated it for over 25 years. It's an amazing group, so I think it's no accident that they're meeting on this Monday, and that we will be here in the sanctuary honoring the violence that has happened and honoring our own response to it in whatever way we can. And we often talk about, at the Center for Living with Dying, we acknowledge the grief, we express it, express the details of it, so it comes from the inside to the outside and it doesn't stay in our systems, and then we do an action step to transform it. Not that we take away the pain, but we transform it and empower healing to happen. And then we reconnect. We reconnect to what is still good. We reconnect to what is still our foundation of truth. And that is that we are a powerful source of love. and healing and strength. And so we invite you to come, even if you can only come for a little bit, just come and touch in with the energy, and it will be wonderful. And I just wanted to share that, ironically, and I'd like to ask this be confidential, if it could, our center responded to an incident where, unfortunately, a young man from a Muslim background who was gay killed his parents because they were so intolerant. And it's a very sad situation. We're actually supporting, the sons, and we found out later from the police that they're actually suspects in the crime. It was pretty.
There's more than one son?
Yeah, there was one that was an accomplice and one that actually, completed the act. And the reason I'm just sharing this is that all people need healing in this. And all people need understanding. And it teaches me, at any rate, about how I have to watch my lack of tolerance. In every way that I have lack of tolerance, for me to catch myself. And if you catch me being intolerant, please call me out on it. Because sometimes it's such an unconscious thing and such an automatic thing that we're not even aware of it. And it creates separation. And when it creates separation, that's when violence can happen. So please come and join us, and thank you for being here today, because we are a powerful source of healing. And we're addressing the elephant in the middle of the room. Does that make sense? We're not just ignoring it. We're not pretending like it's not here. We're addressing it. And that's powerful. And be gentle with yourselves, my friends. This touches your heart. And I also want to put in Christina Grimmie.
Yeah.
I had a special attachment to her. She just was such a young woman, 22 years old. I mean, making things happen in her life. And of course, she was a musician. And
also in Orlando, too.
And also in Orlando. So,
That's right.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shannon. Okay.
Dottie?
Yes.
Just as a reminder that the class that I'm holding on Tuesday, which is about balancing light and shadow, I will be repeating on Thursday. So if you have, if you'd like to take the opportunity to go to Dottie's talk over at UCM, I'll be here 2 days later. So please keep that in mind. And also, I would like to share, last week, or earlier this week, I suppose, I had an issue that had been gnawing at me for quite a while, and I worked with Sean. And I want to say how amazing that work was, and the clearing that I received, and the fact that he was able to tap into something in me that, really I had needed to process through. And I was able to just reach an amazing level of release about that circumstance. And while my physical self was not the subject of the work we were doing, the work he did altered my appetite to the point where I was no longer craving sweets, I was no longer craving, salty carbs. I have no appetite for things that are not healthy for me.
Wow.
And for it to create, have the ripple effect be something that is affecting all body, mind, and spirit. It really was amazing, and and I want to honor and acknowledge you, Sean, and I highly recommend, contacting him for work, because it really doesn't matter what you're clearing out, it's going to be on a body, mind, spirit level, and it is a phenomenal work. So I just wanted to share
Great.
I have two very bountiful plum trees, and I hurt my knee. I can't get on ladder. If anybody is interested in plums, I live in Sunnyvale on 101 Lawrence. If you want to come over and pick plums, I actually have a cherry picker. I got ladders, all kinds of stuff, but they're falling faster than I can use the cherry picker to pick them up. What do you call it? Apple picker or whatever.
Harvest them.
Yeah.
A plum picker. Yeah. Well, plums and prunes used to be rampant here in the valley. So
Yeah.
you probably have one of those older trees.
And there's Santa Rosa plums.
Santa Rosa plums. Yeah.
And they're really, really good.
And they're great for jam and
Yes.
preserves.
I made a pie.
A pie.
Hi,
Plum
yum.
pie.
Did you bring it? That's okay.
Did you put in your thumb?
I love it, okay. If you wonder if church usually starts like this, what's the answer?
Yeah.
Yes,
So welcome here. Nice to have you here. Thank you so very much for joining us. Anybody else have any announcements that they would like to make? Is that it? April's gonna be back, Gloria's coming back, everybody seems to be coming back, so that's wonderful. We like having people go out in an adventure and then come back and see us. Now, is it too cool? Is it too cool in here? Okay, good. No, except David's fanning, and somebody else put on their jacket, but other than that, I try to do a little bit of environmental control here, so to see what's going on. Are you ready, musicians? Okay. You ran away? There you are. Okay. You want to bring in the chair over there?
Right over here?
No, sure. Chair there. Here's a chair here. We're set.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sean, can I ask a request of you? Do I have to whisper, or can I ask it right out loud?
I guess it probably depends on the request, doesn't it?
Ooh, now that leaves a lot of room for me to ask him just about anything. Do you think before we close today, you can sing this bit?
Or there goes,
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, got it.
Thank you
We're
so
good.
very much.
Thank you, dear.
Okay. You can all close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath. This is a time that we do a guided meditation. CCL is a spiritualist multi-faith church, meaning we believe in spirit, we believe in the Creator. However you may see the Creator, whether you see the Creator as male, female, energy, whether you see the Creator as the breeze, the ocean, however you view the Creator, I want you to close your eyes and see the Creator. Whatever picture you have for the divine, please put it in that wonderful third eye place. That place where you can play with the Creator. That place in your third eye where you can see things that are happening or things you would like to happen. Where you can view the world through spirit. And as you follow the sound of my voice, we're going to take you into a place where the spirit is so heavy and beautiful that you can actually feel it. That spiritual essence of the Creator, that spiritual essence of those who have gone before, and also that spiritual essence that connects you to the all there is. And we find that spiritual essence this morning at the ocean. I want you to just feel yourself as you're transported to the beach. And for some of you, being transported means you're going to fly there on wings. Others of you have a magic carpet you can climb on. Some of you have your own plane. You just climb aboard. But find yourself transported to the ocean. And as you stand on the beach, feel the energy from all over the world. Feel those spirits that we were talking about who have left their bodies. Feel the spirits in China and Africa and India and Arabia. All of those spirits that in the last 24 hours have decided to leave their bodies. And as you look over the ocean, you can see them. You can see those spirits moving up to be one with the Creator. And as you see them, you realize that there's young people, older people, people who have died a natural death, and people who their lives were cut short. But as you stand on the beach looking out over the ocean and you see all these beautiful spirits floating upward, realize that the energy you send them helps their journey. Because some of the smaller spirits feel a little bit lost. And some of the spirits that went into spirit very rapidly feel caught. They're not too sure where to go. And each one of you in this room has a time right now where you can send them love. Visualize your love going out over the ocean to join with the spirits. And as you help the wonderful, wonderful energy start floating forward and upward and onward, you will notice that the people are of many different colors, many different genders. But most of all, that they all have that look of wonder. That look of wonder of a new journey that they are taking. And your love is making that journey so much easier. And as you send your love, you realize a part of that love is also joining in your spirit. You're not ready to go yet. But when you do, you want to ask that all of your loved ones, all those around you also send you love. Because life is a journey. And like all journeys, there's a beginning and there's an end. And today we've had new beings entering the next phase of their life and moving forward. And everything in your life is made easier with love, energy, and positive help. Just take another deep breath and visualize love going out over the ocean, and love joining with each one of those spirits as they move forward and upward. And as you watch them go up, it's like watching a beautiful bubble of light, iridescent bubble, and as it moves upward, you can see it spinning, and you can see yourself reflected in that bubble. Because you are doing the greatest gift, you are giving the greatest support that you could ever give. You are helping people move into the next dimension. And as you listen to the flute take you up, let you soar up. Watch that energy as it flows. Realize that helping isn't always just helping people here, but it's also sending them lovingly forward into their next place, their next destiny, and that is going back home. Now let's listen to the wonderful Reverend Janet Childs.
On the pulse of your love, let the healing waters flow to our brothers and sisters wherever they are. This waterfall of life flows from our hearts to touch them in their deep together, all those who are lost and alone. Let them know all they have to do is open their hearts, because we are one. And every hurt and every pain is washed clean in the waterfall of love. On the boats of your light, we send out this promise of love. Every moment, every day, we are brought to your sacred way. Ooh, Creator, we stand in the waterfall of your forgiving light. Ooh, Creator, give us the breath, give us the heartbeat, give us wisdom, sight, and we reach out to our world, and we stand in the circle of healing. We stand in the circle of love. We reach out. We stand in the circle of love. We stand in the circle of love. We reach out, hearts open, out to our world, and we stand in the circle of love, and we stand in the circle of peace. We reach out to our world, and we stand in the circle of love, and we stand in the circle of we stand in the circle of love. Oh, we stand in the circle of healing. We are one. We are one. We are one. Mending the wounds of separation and loneliness. We stand side by side in the circle of love, in the circle of healing. And we touch each other's wounds and are mended in our courage to stand.
Thank you so very much. That was wonderful.